institutional equities at Ashika Stockbroking, is with us. Ashutosh, your thoughts on ICICI Bank? What are your expectations and how are you positioned on the stock?
So we are positive on ICICI Bank given the way the bank is coming out of this whole repricing thing and the balancing between deposit and credit growth. That is quite commendable. And even on the IT front, if you look at which is the discussion at this point of time across the banking sector post what happened with the Kotak, ICICI Bank is better positioned. So, some of the business loss which Kotak may witnessed in this year, at least for the first 6 month time, ICICI Bank can be one of the major gainer in that.
Got that. Just a quick Ashutosh view on the Bajaj Finance numbers. If you have coverage, what did you make of it, and what's the road ahead? Across sell-side analysts, what we're seeing is near-term earnings estimates have been brought lower. One-year forward earnings estimates have been brought lower. Your sense?
So yes, NIMS is quite under pressure, and another most important part is that growth from the segment where the regulator has asked them not to grow is impacting their overall performance. So that is the key things which we need to watch out for, and especially how the whole interest rate cut cycle pan out in the second half of this year. That will be an important part for the Bajaj. But at this point of time, surely we have more headwinds in the case of the Bajaj too.
Okay, lots of news on banking, right? Earnings or otherwise. Axis, let me just circle one more earnings. What did you make of it? Strong reaction yesterday. And where does it stand in your pecking order?
Axis has done quite well if you look from the earning perspective, given that benefit of Citi integration is quite evident in the terms of the NIM accretion, where we are talking about other banks where NIMs is coming under pressure. We are witnessing Axis delivering quite surprising performance on the NIMS front. What is important to watch out from here in the case of Axis also, that how they balance between deposit and credit growth, that is the most important part for the private bank at this point of time. And second is this IT related part of it with we expect some increase in the expenditure, or like when we are doing some of the checks in the background, we are finding that many of these banks were quite slow in taking or giving orders or completing many of these things which regulator is indicating to them. So some increase in the cost we may witness, especially cost to income part of this in this financial year.
Kotak Mahindra Bank, I think, was the biggest talking point this week, right? After the RBI took action against the bank. But for investors who hold on to Kotak stock, what is your recommendation to them?
So this problem is not something which Kotak has done greatly wrong about. If you go deep into this problem, try to understand what happened. The UPI volumes is increasing substantially, especially on the private banks network, and their system is not able to cope up with it. RBI was indicating to them, but they were quite slow in addressing that issue, and that's why this whole thing comes into the play. Yes, for the first 6 months, it is 6 to 9 months, it will impact their business. But I think Kotak as an institution is a very strong pedigree, and they will come out of this quite easily out there. But yes, for 6 to 9 months, there will be impact on the performance of the bank.
Ashutosh, just your sort of, what are your best ideas in the space across your coverage universe right now, banks and NBFCs?
So within the whole bank and NBFC, public sector banks are quite well positioned in the whole thing if you look at this point of time. Simple reason is that still they are carrying with the access deposit at this point of time, and this access deposit is going to help them to take away some of the market share which they have lost in part of it. So it's better to play at least for the first 6 months from here with public sector banks and remain slightly light on the private sector bank.
Ashutosh, so you look at the entire research coverage, right, at Ashika?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question outside of banking. Expand that question actually. What's the what are your sort of top single stock ideas right now in the market overall in absolute return potential perspective?
So we still are very favorable on capital goods manufacturing theme, and we still see there are a lot of rooms to there in our capital goods and manufacturing theme. And we see that many mid-sized companies can really become a large company in that part of it. So we can play in a defense too, and I clearly see railway, defense. These are the things where the next leg of growth is going to come. Another space which we really like is insurance, especially life
Ashutosh,
insurance.
would you mind naming names? Your best ideas?
So still we like Titagarh very much at this point of time in the railway part of it. If you defense,
Okay.
BEL we like very much. And a player like Centum is expected to do quite well for that.
Okay,
Mid
all
and small
right.
cap.
Thanks. Sure. Ashutosh, thanks a lot for that. Appreciate it.